Dr. Elise Lasco here, acupuncturist. Welcome to Pregnancy Series Part 7 on the third trimester. I'm 32 weeks and a few days past now. And it's just a continued wild journey. I want to talk a little bit about third trimester symptoms, things that it seems like are common for everyone to experience, and then obviously my own personal experience, just to give a little update on my own personal symptoms of the smells and the nausea and the vomiting. I've had that the whole time. Sadly, the smell triggers really haven't gone away. It's gotten better and more tolerable, but yeah, I've still been sick about once a week, and it's something that's really been hard to shake. I guess something that is newer for the third trimester and more common for a lot of other pregnant women I speak to is reflux. And it's because, less space. So baby is starting to push up, and reflux is tough. I haven't had it terribly. Luckily, my midwife has given me marshmallow root capsules. That's helped me a lot. I also just avoid acidic food when I can. I still have had some. I also have a couple acupressure techniques. So let me see, actually, pericardium 6. It's a couple, you can see I have my little sticky, and then I put some right here, this kidney 27 for my acupuncturist friends. That helps a lot with the reflux, helps with nausea, because yeah, I've continued to have some nausea throughout. So those are some of my main personal updates. I think this common feeling that we all have at the end is, starting to get really real, that this baby is coming. So at this point, it could be 8 to 10 more weeks. It could be less than that. So it's kind of wild to think baby could come. I'm due end of January. Baby could come end of December or early January. We just really don't know. So it's a waiting game. And we're getting into nesting, getting everything ready. For us personally, we've pretty much finished our baby room. I'm having our baby shower this weekend. And yeah, it's all becoming really real. And I have heard from some other practitioners that sometimes, like that first trimester, those feels can come back. Maybe sometimes what they say, like maybe the nausea, the vomiting because of that reflux, but also some of the emotional piece of like feeling that sense of grief. Grief is a big feeling of this season anyways, being in fall. We are letting go. And I do feel that, like grieving yourself as going from maiden to mother. I guess for me, I was just realizing this is my last Thanksgiving with my family before a baby is here. I haven't been on an airplane at all this whole pregnancy, well, since May, because I just haven't wanted to travel. I haven't felt good, and I was too afraid of any kind of smell trigger, so I haven't been on an airplane, and realizing the next time I go on a plane, I'm gonna have a baby. So it's kind of wild. So yeah, I think that grieving of yourself is really huge, and I know for some it might hit more in postpartum. So for me, it's there. I think right now for me it's more excitement than grief, but it's definitely, I'm like, okay, it's happening. And it's starting to feel, I know, a little bit of fear as well about actually giving birth. We did a hypnobirthing course that we started at the end of the second trimester and finished it up a couple weeks ago. And that has really helped with the mindset. A lot of hypnobirthing is about trying to dissolve some of those fears, focusing on sensation versus pain when it comes to labor. So I'll have a lot of that to share. My next video, and perhaps my final video of this series, is going to be a labor prep, talking specifically about Chinese medicine for labor prep and postpartum. But yeah, so the hypnobirthing has been helpful mindset wise. There's a lot of really awesome partner led activities in that as well. So we've been doing some of those together. And then also there's the physical body preparation. So certain exercises. We have a wonderful birth team that we feel really confident in, midwife and a birth doula, also a postpartum doula. And our birth doula gave us some spinning babies exercises. For those that maybe aren't familiar, spinning babies is a whole system that a lot of birth workers get trained in to help prepare for labor, getting your body into optimal positions. And a lot of it you can do leading up to going into labor to help support the body just with opening and stretching and being in optimal positions. So we've been doing some of that. I think overall, it starts to feel overwhelming. It's something that I have noticed from other pregnant women I talk to and just myself. It feels like really tough at this point, like all the maintenance of just taking care of yourself every day, trying to hydrate, drink enough water. Some practitioners recommend drinking red raspberry leaf tea in the third trimester, which also helps to like soften the uterus, helps to prepare it for labor. And then, still taking all the prenatals. For me, I started adding in calcium and magnesium because of leg cramps at night, which I think I talked about in my second trimester video. And eating just becomes harder again, I think, because there's less space. It's just harder to eat, at least for me. I think everybody's a little bit different and the food aversions and such, but yeah, everything, it's just a slowdown. And it's that, I don't know, for me, I hit the third trimester and I was like, wow, I'm so tired. And fatigue hasn't been something that's been super prominent for me throughout pregnancy. I've definitely been tired at the end of most days, but yeah, like during the day, it's really hard to mobilize myself. And then just the physical body changing, getting in and out of bed, turning over in bed. It's just really wild. And how, like, I don't know, for me, throughout life, physical body pain isn't something that I experience too often, the occasional stiff neck, headaches, but like the whole low back has just been really tough. So as I've mentioned all throughout, chiropractic has been helping me, acupuncture, pelvic floor PT, all of these things, massage with craniosacral has been really getting me through all of this. So yeah, it's just been wild. I don't have like a ton more to say other than just I'm in awe of women and how incredible our bodies are and our abilities to grow these humans. I think for me, I struggled in early pregnancy in particular, all the way through 25 weeks with being really, really sick and the emotional piece being hard as a result of that. And I definitely think I'm finding a lot more joy, even more in the third trimester than the second. Feeling the baby even more is probably the best part of it all. Sometimes it's uncomfortable. I'm lucky that my baby is pretty gentle with his kicks and nudges. I'm finding that he seems to be awake more during the day. I was feeling him more at night. I still feel him more at night, but it's kind of cool to just be like, wow, there's like a whole human growing inside of me and my body knows how to do it. I mean, it really is an incredible experience. I feel grateful for it, even though it has been really difficult. And just some other little like fun things I wanted to share. I was surprised by when I was going to need maternity clothes. I thought I would need them a lot sooner in pregnancy, but it really wasn't until maybe 25 weeks that I really needed them. So I want to say thank you to Old Navy. This dress is Old Navy. They have really great maternity clothes that are really affordable and they're nice material. A lot of them are 100% cotton for those that prefer more natural materials. And I ordered quite a few things, and then even just some things for gifts and stuff for people for the holidays. They have really nice stuff. And that was something that, yeah, I didn't really know. I think that's another little thing that is it's another thing on the to-do list, right? Your body's changing, you're growing a baby, and there's so many physical symptoms, but then the thought of like, oh, I have to like change my wardrobe too was another thing on the to-do list that felt a little bit overwhelming. But it was really easy to order on Old Navy's app, and I found quite a few things that I really liked. Target as well had some good things, and I know there's a lot of other great companies out there that make maternity clothes, so I'm grateful to all of those. And then just kind of in conclusion, a few things that just feel present being this week of Thanksgiving and thinking about gratitude. I find that a lot of pregnant women and families, very often kind of make themselves feel guilty for not being grateful all the time. The discomfort of pregnancy is really, really real, and it's really tough. Insomnia is something else that a lot of people experience at the end with not being able to sleep because not being able to be comfortable. And I just hear a lot of women just be like, well, I'm just grateful to have this baby and it's fine and this will pass. And absolutely, it's true. I also always like to encourage people to acknowledge your emotions, to acknowledge the way that you feel, and obviously to still be grateful, but you don't have to let the gratitude outweigh any feelings that you have on your mind. Yeah, and so those are some of the main things. I myself am getting ready to go on maternity leave at the end of December. So anybody who does want to come in and see me on my books, just link in my profile to book sessions for all of my clients. You're going to be supported. My partner Daniel is going to be taking over for me while I am on maternity leave. And we have a couple other great practitioners that will be here in the office as well. And then, yeah, in conclusion, I want to just let everybody know who's been watching these videos how grateful I am. I have loved seeing the responses. I've gotten some really sweet messages and a lot of like supportive texts of friends, of all of my other pregnant friends, my family. All of my close friends have been so supportive. So I'm really grateful to you in honor of this week of Thanksgiving. And also I want to pay tribute that today is my grandma's birthday. My dad's mom, Helen, she passed away quite a few years ago now, but she would have been 102 today, and I'm actually wearing her locket in tribute. So just wanted to pay a little tribute to her, as she has definitely been there with me on this whole pregnancy, as have all of my other grandmother and my great grandmother and my grandfather. I've had them around me a lot, and they've helped me a lot through this time. So I'm just paying a little tribute to them as well, and the gratitude to having angels on my side and spirit guides that have been with me. So yeah, and thank you all for watching. And if you made it to the end of this video, I just appreciate those that enjoy watching this. So yeah, getting down to the end here, my next video will be focused on labor prep and postpartum preparation and using some of the Chinese medicine lens, some of the other tools, and we'll see where we go from there. I most likely will continue into a postpartum series as well. But for now, I wish you all a wonderful Thanksgiving. For those that are traveling, may you travel safe. For those that are grieving, that may be suffering from anything, disease, illness, loss of other loved ones, expectations of the end of the year, maybe that you feel like you weren't able to fulfill or get done for XYZ reasons. I just hope you give yourself a lot of grace and space to acknowledge whatever challenge maybe came your way that inhibited you from doing some of the things you wanted to do. Lots of love to you all, wishing you a wonderful week and a very happy Thanksgiving. Thank you.